Hi Scorpio, welcome to Starchaeology Tarot. I am Desi. This is my channel. I will be reading your cards for you for this January 2022 reading. And what an honor that is. I'm going to take a moment and call in spirit, call in source energy, call in your guides, your masters, ascended masters, your angels and archangels, and of course, your higher self. If you are stumbling upon this video, it is because you are an intended part of this collective. You were chosen to be here, and you were led here for that precise reason. Some of this will resonate, some of it will not. What resonates is what is meant for you, and what doesn't is meant for someone else. This is good for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I encourage you to watch your other placements if you'd like a more complex picture of the complete being that you are. You know, our sun signs are only a piece of that puzzle. What are the messages for Scorpio? Scorpio for the month of January 2022. January 2022, Scorpio. Oh, love that. Three of Cups. The Devil. Temperance. Oh, wow, Scorpio. I'm not pulling this many major arcana cards for other signs this month, so it's going to be a bigger month for you, which we love to hear. So Three of Cups, you have a lot of reasons to celebrate in January, Scorpio. You have reasons to feel connected to your community, to reconnect with your community, reconnect with your networks. Feel like I'm also hearing like connecting with your family again, connecting with friends, especially like friends who are really close to you that maybe you've fallen out of touch with. But you know, those friends that like you just pick up where you left off when you see them again. This is a time of like celebrating and really having fun and just doing something for the joy of it. Not really doing something because it's gonna check off some box for you, but just like, I want to connect with this person. I want to go out with this person. I want to just have a fun time with these people. And I don't want to have to, you know, rationalize it by saying, well, it'll be good for my business, or it's going to be a good networking opportunity, or, you know, it's, you know, I've earned it in some way. I think that's a big thing I'm hearing for some of you. It's like you're not allowing yourself to just experience simple joys and pleasures and fun because you're equating that as like, you're equating that with like something that you have to earn, like a prize, when in fact, this kind of joy, this kind of celebration and connection should be a default of our daily life. It's not something that we need to earn, that we need to, you know, spend so many hours, you know, checking boxes of being productive and working and being busy, and then like get to reward ourselves with this. That's not what this is, and that's not the nature of human existence. That's not the natural, I'll say, nature of human existence. It might be a societally imposed belief about what life should be, but this doesn't have to be your belief about what life should be. I'm kind of already leaning into what the obstacle for you is this month, which is the Devil, which is negative self-talk. I'm hearing stories. I'm hearing addiction for some of you, or dealing with some old addictions that are rearing their heads, deeply seated addictions that never really went away. And that's an addiction that's like an addiction to something that happens maybe at a party, something that is fun. Like I'm addicted to, I'm like an alcoholic. I'm afraid to like have fun with people because I don't want to put myself in those situations. But also, on the other end of the spectrum, the addiction is actually an addiction to negative self-talk. It's an addiction to comparing yourself to others. And so that's actually making you, that's a direct obstacle when you are spending more time with other people, when you are putting yourself in a community of people, when you're reconnecting with people, because then you have all these opportunities to compare yourself to others. You have so many opportunities to allow how other people affect you, or to really just allow like your interactions with others to get in your head. I'm hearing like social anxiety for some of you. This is like, I can't do this. I can't be with these people. I can't be with even like my friends because I'm having then like social anxiety that I suffer from afterwards. That's where I really punish myself, or really tell myself kind of dark stories about my behavior that night, or like what I did wrong, what I did right. It's like you're seeing this, which should be just fun and light and joyful and fulfilling, as almost being like a test in some way. Like, I need to prove myself to these people. That's the devil. That's devil energy. That's not what human connection is really about. And if you're putting these pressures on yourself when connecting with others, when connecting with friends, when opening up to people, then either they aren't really people who deserve your time, who deserve to hold space for your spirit and your heart and your mind. Or it's a reflection on maybe a broken part of yourself, a pattern, a negative pattern that shouldn't be there in the first place. That's not a part of human connection. It's an unnecessary part of human connection, especially when you are connecting when these connections are pure. To then be like casting a shadow on every moment of light that you experience with community or with a friend or family is not really indicative of the friend or the family member and their darkness. It's more indicative of your pattern of casting that darkness on anything that is good for you or good to you or feels nice. It's like, I enjoyed myself for 1 second. Let me spin that in some way that makes me feel guilty or shameful in some way. That is your biggest obstacle for January, Scorpio, and it really is like an opportunity. In that obstacle, you have this great opportunity for liberation. You have this great opportunity to say, oh, whatever that voice is telling me, whatever that urge for addiction, or pattern, cycle, whatever that is like leading me down, I always have a choice to say no to it. I always have a choice to liberate myself from putting, from that pattern. I can always refuse putting the chains around my wrists. I can always say no, because I'm the one putting the chains on. So I can choose not to do that in any given moment. I have these opportunities to do that, which can be really liberating for you. You don't get to really test your own growth. You don't really get to reflect on how amazing you are without opportunities of light and dark. It's those opportunities of light and dark and the constant appearance of those opportunities, meaning the constant appearance of challenge, because that's what it is. It's challenge, it's struggle, it's conflict. Though all of those conflicts, all of those challenges, struggles, every single one is an opportunity to define yourself and to choose something differently, which means every opportunity is a chance to acknowledge and measure your own growth. it's an opportunity for self-reflection and to see really, like, am I headed where I want to be headed? Am I growing in the direction that I want to be growing? You know, the goal is not perfection, the goal is improvement. And the advice, of course, I mean, it's funny, I'm already like touching on this a little bit, but the advice is temperance. So it's like, don't live in this realm of extremes, is what I'm hearing. It's like the devil is imposing, that devil energy, that your shadow self is imposing this world of extremes on you, a very black and white thinking. Like, if you do this, if you have fun, it means this about you. If you, whatever this is, whatever this represents, if you do this, it means something bad about you. How you behaved in this can only mean something bad about you. You know, it's a reflection on, I don't know, a reflection on some part of yourself. And it's like, no matter what you do, you're spinning that 3 of Cups into something negative. Temperance reminds us, like, that if you're thinking that extremely, then you're thinking untruthfully. Because the truth is never in the extremes. The truth is always in the gray. And sometimes it's the gray that feels impossible. The gray always feels more impossible than the extremes. The gray is what feels like like defying gravity. You know, temperance, balance, somehow this is the miraculous act. This is pouring water at a diagonal angle. Because for whatever reason, we are not wired for that. It is a constant effort to instill and remember, to instill that moderation in us, remember that balance, and to rebalance ourselves. It's so much easier to become unbalanced, to swing with the pendulum. Because we're constantly changing. So of course we're changing like a pendulum. It's like, rarely are we stagnant, just like perfectly in the middle. But it is important to remember when that shadow part of yourself comes out, it is an extreme and it's not the truth. And that truth, wisdom, the divine is not in those places. The divine is in that place of balance. It's in that place of moderation. It's being understanding. You know, it's having understanding, because that is what someone who's balanced has. The balanced person can see more perspectives because they aren't over here, they aren't over there. This is where you glimpse godliness, Scorpio. This is where you glimpse the divine. It's in this middle way. And it's not, I want to say too, this isn't like, oh, let me choose like the middle path, like some boring, like the average or something. That's not the same thing. It's really about holding space for the duality of life and understanding that the duality is what makes it the truth, not one or the other. I hope this is clear, Scorpio. I'd love to hear how this looks specifically for you in your life, so feel free to comment below. If you haven't liked or subscribed, do so. Share this channel far and wide. Send your friend or family member their sun sign reading for January, especially anyone who's struggling in your life and just needs a message, needs some something to, you know, bounce their inner wisdom against and see what comes up for them. Anything that helps them reflect and open up and lead themselves, you know, help them lead themselves to the answers, because that's what everyone is doing who receives a tarot reading. It's not me, it's not the cards, it's you. It's how you are processing things. You are the one who is really delivering the messages to yourself ever so perfectly. if you'd like to support my work, please check out the link below to my Patreon. You can support this channel for a few dollars a month. If you want personal tarot readings each month, you have a question for me every month, or multiple questions that you want cards pulled on, there are other tiers of my Patreon that you can sign up for at highly discounted prices from my typical price breakdown. So please check that out. I'm so grateful for you, Scorpio. What a gift to get to connect with you in this way. Thank you for being here. I am rooting for you in January. I love you so much, and I will see you next time.